Hey everyone, Coach Craig here, and welcome to Sulit, You're Worth It. So today I'm going to give you a behind the scenes look at recording of my podcast, Kindness Without Borders. So let's check it out. Alright, so I start every segment with a mic check. This gives the mic some time to just kind of get used to my voice. If I don't do the test beforehand, my voice sounds really distorted. So it kind of goes a little bit like this. I'll do the intro for you here while I record the podcast. So this is what it's like. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It is officially the holiday season, so we are starting a series about showing kindness throughout the holidays. And what better way to kick off our holiday series than to give a huge shout out to all of the hardworking retail workers out there. They go through immensely difficult times during the holidays and even more with the pandemic. So today, we'll discuss our retail workers and how we can show them love, kindness, and support. All of this and more on this week's episode of Kindness Without Borders. So that's kind of it. I do the test for each little segment, and now I'll go through, listen to it, kind of edit it, and save it before I move on to the next section. I'll kind of give you a sneak peek on what that looks like. Check it out. Alright, so I just entered the theme song, and now I'm going to move on until the little beginning of it before I start my story. So this is what that is. Hello everyone, and welcome to Kindness Without Borders. I'm your host Craig with Sulit Coaching Services and World Compassion Project. It is the middle of November, which means that the holiday season is now in full swing. Today, we are going to talk about the people who have been the unsung heroes of this pandemic that we are stuck in. I'm not talking about our healthcare workers, although they are essential and are also heroes today and every day. Now, I'm going to talk about the people who day in and day out make sure that we are able to provide. I am talking about the people who day in and day out make sure that we are able to provide food, clothing, and supplies to our family. The people who risk their health every day to ensure that our families have everything that we need. The people who have to deal with rude, upset, and hoarding people on a daily basis. That's right. I'm talking about our retail workers. So let's hear some stories of what retail workers have to go through on a daily basis just for us. So you notice that I kind of mixed up on some words here. So what I do is I just stop and I start that sentence over and then I just edit it out. Super easy, takes a lot of, saves a lot of time. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'll be right back. All right, and then I will go into my story, which I'm not going to share with you because I want you to actually listen to the podcast to hear about it. But I'll kind of do a full speed version of it so you can kind of see what it looks like and, how I can sometimes get a little animated. So here we go. after the story, I do a little explanation after a commercial break. Now, the commercials are usually for Sulit Coaching Services or World Compassion Project's online store. Just a little bit of self-promotion that I do to try to help fund my hobbies. So that's what I do then. And then I just kind of try to back it up with any articles or anything like that I can find. That teenager stocking shelves cannot help that people are panic buying and that there's not enough toilet paper for you. That's not their fault. So don't treat them like it is. This teenager is trying their absolute hardest to keep up with the demands. Oh, and that older lady who is a cashier, she's working hard for you, trying to get you out of the store and safe as quickly as possible. It's not her fault that the lines are long. It's not her fault that the store is short-staffed because some of her coworkers were exposed to the virus and must quarantine for 2 weeks. She is doing her best. She's pushing through the pain of her arthritis. She's hiding her fear of being in contact with someone because she is in the vulnerable category of people. And you never know any of that, but it's there. This woman is doing her very best to get you out of the store and back home safe. Oh, and now that Black Friday deals are running all month of November, how about that middle-aged man working in electronics? Do you know his story? Do you know that he had a really good paying job not even 6 months ago? Do you not know that he... You do not know that he lost that job because of the pandemic, and this was literally the only place he could find employment to support his family. It's not his fault that the 60-inch flat-screen plasma TV is out of stock. It's not his fault that you did not get the latest gadget. So do not treat him like it is his fault. He is doing his absolute best. He's fighting through emotions of losing his job. He's fighting through emotions of losing his job. He never imagined at his age he would be working in retail. He never imagined that this is what his future was. It's hard on him. Give him a break. Now, I could go on and on with these types of examples, but it all boils down to this. Our retail workers are doing the very best that they can. They are fighting their fears every day to ensure that you can try to live life as close to normal as possible. Okay, so now in doing my research for this podcast, I have heard several disheartening things coming from retail employees, but probably the most disheartening is this. One retail worker describes what it is like simply by saying, "We're not even treated as human anymore." Seriously, how sad is this? Once hailed as the heroes of the pandemic, now months into this, they are barely even treated as human. My heart seriously hurts for them. We are better than this. As citizens, we can do better and be better to those who are risking their health and their family's health to make sure that we have what we need. More about this when we return. We will be right back. All right, and then I do another commercial. This one is actually for Sulit. And then I kind of wrap up the show. So I'm going to go edit this real quick and I'll be right back. So after that commercial break, we jump into a little bit of what we can do as citizens to be better. This is something that I do in every single one of the podcasts. I always take the topic and work in what we can do to show kindness and love to everybody through this topic. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm not showing you everything because I really want you to check out this episode and download it through either Spotify, iTunes, or even Buzzsprout. But I'm going to record that right now and I'm going to be right back. We'll see you in a second. So then at the end of each episode, I do an action item, and this is something that people can do to promote kindness. And then I just kind of wrap it all up. So I'm going to let you listen in on that. Oh, we all know what that means. It is time for this week's action item. This week, our action item is something you should do all year long, but specifically during this holiday season. Your action item is simply this: don't abuse our retail workers. If something is wrong, handle it like a respectful adult. When you check out, give them a smile and say thank you. Even if we have to wear masks, our eyes show when we are smiling. The retail worker will appreciate the kindness. So go, smile, thank them for all that they do. And if something happens that you do not like, remember, it is not their fault. They cannot help if you did not get that certain item. It is not their fault if your coupon does not go through. And above all else, remember this: retail workers are human beings. So treat them as such. Look, this pandemic has been so hard on all of us. But our retail workers fight all their fears and anxieties to make sure that the customer is able to get the things that they need. And if you are a person who works in retail, I want to personally thank you. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you are doing for us. And I want you to know that your hard work is not going unnoticed. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. You are the backbone of our country. I love and appreciate you all. Thank you all for joining me this week. This is Coach Craig with Sulit Coaching Services and World Compassion Project, reminding you that Sulit Mo, you're worth it, and to be kind to everyone always, because a better world for everyone really does start with you. I love you all. Peace. And that's it. I'm going to do all of the final editing and get this posted. Check it out on Spotify, Buzzsprout, iTunes, most of the major podcast listening apps. It's Kindness Without Borders. And don't forget to give this video a like and hit that subscribe button. We'll see you all in the next video. Sulit Mo, you're worth it. I love you all. Peace.